Very nice.
So, your mom left?
No, she leaves Thursday.
Oh, okay. So,
No. Same hospital.
did you tell Elizabeth?
I did.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah.
No, it cooked up.
Yeah.
We were with her like every day.
We were in East Town. We went where Jamie usually goes. Well, we went to What did he work at? Did he work downstairs? Great. Did he? Did he work downstairs or upstairs? Oh. That's a little height. Railing was there. You know what I mean? The railing, the horizontal.
Yes, where were you over the railing?
Yeah. And so for the second half, we saw some seats downstairs. But then it's almost flat. Say we went to Goodspeed. Well, there's someone say it's a question that I just called this guy who I worked with. Although he grew up in the 80s. And I said, the guy I worked too expensive carpet. I thought that was so they wouldn't have so they're not going to have more toilets for the public. You guys have been good? That's good.
Zeke, you want to sit with the other kids?
Remarkable in a small area how people can do so much dancing, gymnastics, and the scenery is shifting. The ghost of the grandmother, the grandmother. Really? Where?
Page 38 in the back of the book.
Yeah.
Shalom. What a beautiful thing it is to see all of your faces on this Shabbat evening, and some of your faces, but only the ones over here, are being seen through our new live stream that we are testing out this Shabbat. So I just wanted to celebrate this new step we're taking of kind of shining out our beautiful light into the world via the internet. And so say hello to everybody. We're not going to do that every week, I promise. And I have a feeling we're all excited about a barbecue later. So it's wonderful to see some new faces here and some regulars. And we have one more exciting thing to celebrate besides barbecuing and live streaming. We're celebrating the fact that we have a new member of our Jewish people. Emily Mariam went to the mikveh this week, and we'll be celebrating her conversion together as a community as part of our service tonight as well. So welcome to Emily's family members and friends who are here, especially for her tonight. So we're going to, well, let's meet and greet each other actually before we light the Shabbat candles. Why don't you just take a moment and turn to the people sitting near you and introduce yourselves. Wish each other Shabbat Shalom.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch. What's your name?
So, wow. All right. You can continue getting to know each other later at our barbecue. We're going to welcome in Shabbat with our candle lighting. You'll find the blessing on page 3. And I'd like to invite anybody in the Mariam clan who would like to come up to the candles, and just choose one of you to light them. Yeah. With lots of gratitude because you guys are helping feed us later. So if one of you will light the candles, we're all going to sing the blessing together.
I think so.
Thanks, Emily. Emily, why don't you do it? For the past few weeks, as the violence in Israel and in Gaza has continued, we've been offering a special prayer that was composed by a Muslim leader and a female rabbi. Both of them are women. They've also written a mother's prayer for peace. 2 women religious leaders who live in Jerusalem. And it's a ritual that folks are taking part in, both in the Muslim and the Jewish community across the world on Fridays, that as we bring in our sacred time in each faith, we add this prayer. Let us light candles for peace, 2 mothers one plea. Now, more than ever during these days of so much crying, on the day that is sacred to both our religions, Friday, Sabbath Eve, let us light a candle in every home for peace. A candle to illuminate our future face to face. A candle across borders beyond fear. From our family homes and houses of worship, let us light each other up. Let these candles be a lighthouse to our spirit until we all arrive at the sanctuary of peace. Let's just take a few moments to find a prayer for peace inside of us. You may want to close your eyes, just take a few breaths, and enter into that sanctuary of Shabbat that we hope all the world to share. And hopefully now, with a little more space within, we can welcome in some joy as well as we welcome in the Shabbat bride, page 5.
Shabbat
you remain standing and turn to page 6. As the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out, Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us? And yet within us lie to measure every spirit. You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us a little less than fine, and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence. On page 10 at the bottom, let's read together as we prepare ourselves to sing the Shema. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us with peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Page 16. Blessed is the courage to let go of the door, the handle. Blessed is the courage to leave the place whose language you learned as early as your own. Blessed the courage to walk out of the pain that is known into the pain that cannot be imagined. Mathless, walking into the wilderness, going barefoot with a canteen into the desert. Bless us all, born wanderers with shoes under our pillows. And blessed are those Jews who changed tonight, those who chose the desert over bondage, who walked into the strange and became strangers, and gave birth to children who could look down on them, standing on their shoulders for having been slaves. Blessed are those who let go of everything but freedom, who ran, who revolted, who fought, who became other by saving themselves, for courage, for freedom. Sing and rejoice. Let's join together on page 17 in this prayer for protection, for shelter, for peace. Grant, O God, that we may lie down in peace and raise us up, O guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and for your name's sake, be our help. Shield us from hatred and plague. Keep us from war and famine and anguish. Subdue our inclination to evil. O God, our guardian and helper, our gracious and merciful ruler, give us refuge in the shadow of your wings. Guard our coming and going, that now and always we have life. Blessed is the one whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all our people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Shalom.
Shabbat.
individually and silently in this room. I don't think we have time to head outside and come back in tonight, but we'll get some time outside later, we hope. But this is really your chance for your own private and personal prayers and meditations using the words in the book, whether Hebrew or English, through page 34, or just the silent words of your own hearts. And we'll start together, standing with the words on page 19 at the bottom, but you can be seated when your own prayers are finished. We offer a prayer for healing of body, mind, or spirit. We are especially thinking about the following folks: Patricia Chadwick, Phil Burzin, Deb Ruddy, Barry Rippin, Ron Gister, Linda Sherman, Rachel Joya, Sybil Reno, Terry Baran, Corinne Greenblatt Schlessel, Morris Gallant, Austin Blake, Martin Yoklik, William Konecki, Peggy Tunick, Harvey Redak, Reagan Konecki, Louise Ross, Joe Watanabe, Marilyn Buell, and Linda Thal. And if there are other folks that you're thinking of who are in need of healing, you can say their names into this space at this time. Thanks for healing. Mishaberach, Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, V'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, and Rachel, Hu Yivarech et Kol HaCholim HaEleh. You're the one who blessed all of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless all of these whom we've named and others whose names we hold in our hearts. May God send their doctors and nurses and other caregivers extra measures of wisdom and skill, and send to all who love them and care for them extra measures of hope and strength, and send to them all a refuah shlema, whether we consider that to be a complete healing or a cessation of pain. And let us say, Amen. Just a couple announcements. First of all, if you're wondering why we're doing live streaming, I visited with a congregant today whose father is homebound and who cannot come here. This is why, right? Because I was able to say to him, by the high holidays, if not earlier, because this is a test, you will be able to be with us, praying with us. I'll bring you a prayer book. So that is one of the reasons why we're doing this. But you'll see in the next edition of the Whole Megillah other wonderful reasons why we're doing this. And I want to thank the really kind of ad hoc committee that came together to make this all happen. The folks who are here right now, making sure it's going smoothly. The people who are at home on YouTube, making sure it's going smoothly. This has been a big step for us, and there are more steps to take as we refine what we're doing. So our next Jewish observance, day of observance, is the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, which starts Monday night, August 4th. And we're invited to participate in services with Aleph Israel in Middletown. Their evening service Monday is at 8 o'clock, and their morning service the next day is at 8 o'clock. So please feel welcome to join them. We have a service of healing coming up on Saturday afternoon, August 16th at 4 p.m. And this is for healing of body, mind, spirit, and world, and Israel, and anything else you can think of that needs healing. Please come for that. We need volunteer help at the Old Lyme Shoreline Food Pantry. If you're interested in helping out, I have the phone number. I'm not going to say it right now, but you can come to me. But the food pantry in Old Lyme needs some help this summer if you want some volunteering to do. If you're interested in playing Mahjong here, there's a group on Wednesdays from 1 to 3. You can just show up, or you can email Beth Gottlieb or talk to her. You can raise your hand. That's Beth Gottlieb. Okay. I want to welcome back a special person who was just in Israel, and I don't want to go through too much, but Amy Burzin just got back from Israel, so it's great to see you. Yay, welcome. Wonderful. And we have some people who came back from camp as well. Alex and Zachary and Amina, and Zeke got back a couple weeks ago. So, and Sadie got back. I thought you were going. You just got back. Welcome back. I was about to say, and Sadie's leaving for camp on Sunday. Okay. And Ben Rosenblum Jones is going on Sunday, right? Oh, he's gone. Okay, hi Ben. All right. You can catch him on video, that's true. All right. We want to thank the Marion family again for sponsoring the Oneg tonight. So, for those of you who aren't aware of why we're using this different prayer book, this is our first Friday of the month. We do this monthly. Usually this service starts at 7 after a potluck. So, and so at this monthly service, we do birthday blessings for anyone who's going to have a birthday in this month of August. Or if you missed last month, you're welcome to come if your birthday's in July, was in July. So I need 4 tall-ish people to help hold this talit who were not born in July or August, so that those celebrating birthdays can stand under it. So thank you, tall volunteers. I don't know if this is discrimination or, but we thank you very much. We need one more. Come on, there are a lot of you. Thank you, John. All right, and if you have a birthday that you're celebrating in August, or you celebrated in July, come stand underneath. All right, got to get that up higher. All right, there we go. Good.
You're up.
Come on under. Don't worry, we won't do anything scary. Oh, wow, look at all these summer babies. This is so great. Oh, we are so happy you were born. Yeah, and that you're here to celebrate with us. So I'm going to offer you this blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God's face always shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always cause a kindly presence to be with you and send you peace. And let us all say, Amen. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. All right, get out from under there before it collapses.
Orange drops.
Thank you, couple holders. So many things to celebrate. This is one that has involved a long journey. I want to invite Emily Miriam up. Emily and I and Cantor Goldberg and Rabbi Brockman and your family all met at the mikveh on Tuesday. It feels like ages ago. And Emily has been working towards the culmination of her decision to be Jewish for almost a year now, studying with me, studying in a small group of conversion candidates, coming to an Intro to Judaism class, reading on her own, practicing Judaism in her home. I mean, just so much goes into this. So we formalized the change that has already taken place right now, and I wanted to start with having Emily share a little bit about her journey to this choice. So I'll turn this on. And little did we know that it would be such a full house for this.
Oh, goodness. Shabbat Shalom. I believe in life you have to walk in many types of shoes before you finally find a pair that fits comfortably. Goodness, I didn't even start yet. I grew up on a farm in a family of born-again Christians. My stepmother would quote Bible scripture daily, especially if she was trying to get a point across. She would say to my brothers and me, "You need to go outside and do your chores. You know, the Bible says, a man that doesn't work shouldn't eat." I often wondered, who is this God? And what happens to the people with limitations who can't work? Should they not eat? Like any good Jew, I have always liked a good debate. In that world, there is a set of fundamental rules that one must believe, with no room to debate. As I got older, I really began to question my religion and its values. I found myself often angry and confused. how I felt inside about God and my family values did not match those of my family or our church. I struggled for many years with wanting to accept the fundamental beliefs of Christianity, but could not. For most of my adult life, I had been searching for a religion that would fit my ideas about God and my values. What I found time and time again was organizations that preached ideals and ways of life that were strict and rigid to follow. I gave up on searching and did nothing for many years. When I was 26, I met my husband Jeff, a Jewish man. I have to laugh just because I'm proud. Then I didn't know a thing about being Jewish, but throughout the years I have learned about many of the Jewish traditions, customs, and values by celebrating the holidays with my extended Jewish family and asking many questions. Over the past few years, I have spent my time researching and asking deeper questions about Judaism and its teachings. What are the concrete beliefs of the Jewish people? Performing mitzvahs because it is what God asks of us. Being present in each given day, not living for an afterlife. Coming together as a community of people and caring for one another. These are just a few of the values taught and lived by the people of the Jewish faith. After learning more about the beliefs and the customs of the Jewish faith, Jeff and I decided to search for a synagogue that would fit our family's needs. It wasn't long until we found CBSRZ. We became members and enrolled our boys into the Hebrew school program. I felt welcomed right away. We started to meet many families like ourselves who were blended into interfaith marriages. I became hungry for learning all that I could about Judaism, so that I could help answer any questions my boys would have when it came to the God they were learning about. I started attending study groups and Shabbat services. I fell in love with all that I was learning and decided to commit myself to the process of converting to Judaism. My lifelong journey for something I feel in my heart has brought me to this moment. This choice I made crystallized when I sat in this room one night listening to 3 young women in their confirmation ceremony profess who God is to them. Each had a very different yet beautiful perspective, and all were accepted for what they felt was true about God in their hearts. I looked around the room and saw the warmth in all the congregants' eyes, the proud look on Rabbi Chi's face, as she listened to them claim who God is to them. At that moment, I knew this is where I belong. I, for the first time, feel like I found a spiritual practice that fits comfortably. The importance of good values, family, and community are at the core of Judaism and my heart. So, of my own free will, I choose to enter the eternal covenant between God and the people of Israel, and to become a Jew. I accept Judaism to the exclusion of all other religious faiths and practices. Under all circumstances, I will be loyal to the Jewish people and to Judaism. I promise to establish a Jewish home and to participate actively in the life of the synagogue and of the Jewish community. I commit myself to the pursuit of Torah and Jewish knowledge. I promise to raise my children as Jews.
We're just going to give you a big hug. Just a big hug. You shared so deeply, and I'm so grateful for that. So I'm going to invite Emily's husband, Jeff, up now for some prayers.
Behold, I have given you a good doctrine, my Torah. Do not forsake it. It is the tree of life to those who hold it fast, and all who claim to find happiness. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. I am a Jew because my faith demands of me no abdication of the mind.
I am a Jew because my faith requires of me all the devotion of my heart.
I am a Jew because in every place where suffering weeps, I weep.
I am a Jew because every time when despair cries out, I hope.
I am a Jew because the word of the people of Israel is the oldest and the newest.
I am a Jew because the promise of Israel is the universal promise.
I am a Jew because for Israel the world is not completed. We are completing it.
I am a Jew because for Israel, humanity is not created. We are creating it.
I'm a Jew because Israel places humanity and its unity above all nations and above Israel itself.
I am a Jew because above humanity, image of the divine unity, Israel places the unity which is divine.
I'm going to have Jeff take a seat and ask everyone to rise as we go to the ark. So Emily, you're standing here before the open ark and before the commanding presence of the Torah, our people's most cherished treasure. It has led us on the way and guided us ever since we received it at Sinai. It has been carried during the times of our greatest rejoicing and when we fled from burning synagogues and villages. I'm going to place the Torah in your arms. And as you hold it in your arms, take it to your heart as you're going to recite the Shema, the words on the lips of the Jew until the moment of death, the affirmation that has sustained our people in life since our beginning.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol miodecha. V'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher Elohi v'tzaracha, hayom al levavcha, v'shenantam levanecha v'dibarta bam, v'shifecha v'betecha u'leftecha. V'derech u'shachbacha, u'kumecha u'shartam le'ot al yedecha, v'hayu le'totafot bein hinecha, u'shaktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'bisharecha v'ma'an tizkeru v'yasitem et kol mitzvotai v'hayitem, kedoshim lilohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeti Echem Mi'aretz Mitzrayim, Lihayot Lachem Elohim Adonai, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Don't give it back. We have to fight over this one. You may be seated. So our last step here is to bestow a Hebrew name on Emily and also on Cole and Finn. So we'll start with Emily. Cole and Finn, if you want to stand up here, that's great. We'll get to you in a moment. Oh, look at that. Just for the occasion. Looking good. All right. So do you want to talk a little bit first about the meaning of the names?
Well, Cole's is most important, but so for myself, I was named Emily Alma after my grandmother. So my Hebrew name is Tirza Alma. Tirza, I think, carries basically the same meaning as Emily. I think it's industrious. Mm-hmm. So I chose to keep Tirza Alma. And for Cole, he was named after my brother who passed away. His name's Cole Stephen. And equivalent of that is Elimelech. And for Finn, his name is Pinchas. I guess you can figure that out for yourself. He's a very passionate name.
And by the way, Elimelech means my God is king, right? So it's a very spiritual name. All wonderful names that I think fit you beautifully. So you, Emily, are known by the name Emily Alma, which means that you're always linked in love to those who gave you life, and that chain will never break. And from this time forth, he shall also be known within the Jewish community as Tirza Alma Bat Abraham V'Sarah. May this name bring respect to you and honor to the Jewish people. We rejoice to welcome into our midst one who willingly and devotedly helps replenish the ranks of our people. And you guys get a blessing too. This is what we do at baby namings, but you're not babies. You're big kids. So I'm just going to say it for the big kids, all right? Our God, God of our mothers and fathers, sustain these young men through their parents' loving care. Let them be known among our people Israel by the names Elimelech and Pinchas, B'nai Yekutiel, V'Tirza Alma. May their names be sources of joy to them and inspire them to serve our people and all humankind. May their parents rejoice in their growth of body and spirit. And as you both have brought them into the covenant, so may you, with wisdom and patience, lead them in their continued study of Torah to a life of good deeds. And we pray to a loving relationship someday worthy of God's blessing. And let us all say, Amen. I'd love to give a blessing to all four of you if I could get Jeff back up here one more time. I promise you don't have to be in the spotlight any longer. Do you mind me touching your shoulders? You're standing right in front of me. Yivarachacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God's face always shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'seim lecha shalom. May God always cause a kindly presence to be with all of you and send you peace. And let us say, Amen. Before you sit down, I have some certificates. So, let's see. This is for you, Finn. You should probably give it to your parents for safekeeping. By the way, Cole and Finn came to the mikveh as well, I forgot to say. And they splished and splashed around in there too. So they had a good time. All right. And do we have someone here from Chesed, wonderful, to present you with a gift?
Emily and the Catholic congregation, we are so thrilled to have you join us. Yes. Help you in celebrating Shabbat wherever you may travel.
You guys get gifts from the congregation at your bar mitzvahs, just so you know, it's coming. You have to wait a few years, and you have to work as hard as your mom did. Probably even a little harder. So, let's sing. Mazel tov, mazel tov, sing it tov, sing it tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, sing it tov, sing it tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, sing it tov, high fives. You guys, you're strong. I shouldn't let you do that. All right, you can go back to your seats. Thank you. So we're going to close our service now, and we'll stand again for Aleinu, page 35. Aleinu leshabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tedu la'lioseh b'reshit, shelo asanu to folks in our community whose yard sites fall this week, and those who died more recently. This week we remember Jacob Bernstein, Francis Blumenthal, Newton Cohen, Stella Davis, Josephine Deutsch, Isidore Diamond, Samuel Edelson, Zahava Kaspi Levy, Aaron Rodkin, Isidore Rubin, Mabel Naomi Shar, William Sondak, Esther Starr, Anne Elkin Strauss, Benjamin Strom, George Ellis Woolrich, and Kurt West. And we remember one who died more recently, Louis Peck. There are other names of folks you're thinking of for Kaddish. You can say their names as my eyes scan the room.
Joseph Sadler, Joseph J.
Brian Leopold.
Mourners and those who wish to, please rise for Kaddish, page 37. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabban, v'alma divrach v'yutei yamlin malutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei t'chol beit Yisrael, v'adalah v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabban v'orach v'olam l'mei maya, v'yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitfa'ar v'yitramach v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei v'yishach v'rihu le'ela minkol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran da'alma v'yiru amen. Yehei shlama rabba v'yishemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yiru amen. Oseh shalom b'Ramah Hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yiru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And we say, amen. So I'm going to invite all of us to rise for our closing song. Before we sing, just a note that we're going to continue from here into the social hall for Kiddush and Motzi. And then I don't know if there are any instructions from our holy grillers or religious affairs committee about how to get food. I believe the food is being set up outside of the social hall, and there should be seating inside, and if the weather's okay, there might be seating outside as well. I want to thank everyone who brought food, and I want to thank our holy grillers. Strange thing. So we'll close with a song for peace, page 39, Od Yagom. Oh, Shalom Aleinu.